How's it going, everybody? It's QBearQBZ, and I'm bringing you the most recent update for Project Cars. Patch 2.0 was released last night. Sorry I didn't have the time to make a video. I wanted to post it, but I wanted to get this to you guys today so you can see if the Project Cars patch notes were something that would be very important to you. There's a lot of content that's been released in this patch, and if I go over every single one of them, it would literally be like a 15-minute video. This patch, I noticed it on Steam yesterday, and it was 1.5 gigs. That is a lot for a patch, considering not that much content. I don't think any content was really added, but that huge of a fix for those kind of improvements, for it to be 1.5 gigs is huge. So let's get into it so we can see if anything interests you guys. I just try to point out exactly what I think will be most important for players. So at first, I'm gonna go over the controls. For this covers all platforms. Made adjustment to the gear system to prevent gears being skipped under certain conditions. I had that happen to me a couple of times, where it would jump straight down to first. Where I would be in second, I would be in third, I would downshift, and it would downshift all the way to 1. And it really messes up your timing going around corners, downshifting everything. Added support for use of all active controllers for menu input. Gear shifters. When using an H shifter on the car that has a sequential gearbox will now switch through the gears until the gear selected on the H shifter has reached. So I guess like maybe if you had like a G27 or something like that, and you were going from second to third, that it would prematurely get into third before you actually finish shifting all the way, even on a sequential shifter. There's notes for controls for PS4 and Xbox One. Don't see anything for PC, but it's just having improvements for each one in crash sensors and motion sensors, and for also the gear shifting to make sure that everything is top notch when you're actually using the steering wheel. If your steering wheel's not right, it takes a lot of the immersion out of it, that I've found. For physics and AI, they slowed down opponents in the rain when using racing tires. I think this is something that's very needed, because oftentimes you would be racing against the computer and it'll be wet, but they would be driving like it was dry, like it was 115 degrees right out there, and their tires are like warm from 100, like from 15 laps. It's crazy how the computer drove in the rain. It's like they didn't even know it was raining. Adjusted the AI tire wear rate to much better the player's tire wear rate. The computer often seem like they never needed tires, especially if you're doing GT3 and GT4 races where you have to pit. It seems like the computer didn't need to pit at all. It's kind of crazy. Improve the AI's navigation to lessen collisions during cramped race starts. Improve the detection of cars during cornering. Improve clean overtaking. Oh my god, this is probably one that was needed the most. I would literally had to restart 5 times last time I played it. I haven't picked up the game for a few days because I had to rage quit, because literally every single time the race start, I would make a pass. I would be passing everybody, and the computer, for no freaking reason, would completely come out of nowhere and sideswipe me and run me into the wall. And yet I would get penalized for the contact, and I would get all the penalties and have my times revoked and everything. But the computer ran into me. I had the clean line. I had the pass. I was in front, but the computer ran into me. It seems like they never got the penalty issue. I wish they would let you know if the computer did get a penalty if they hit you like that, because it's completely ridiculous. We worked the AI's fueling logic during qualifying sessions where no refueling is allowed, so that they don't always fill up the tanks and negatively impact their qualifying ability. The AI will now pit as soon as possible when low on fuel to prevent running out of fuel and retiring from the race. Reduce the effect of damage onto the car's cooling system when suffering aero damage. That one I couldn't figure out at all. You damage aero, but somehow your car overheats and you didn't hit like a radiator or some kind of cooling system. I never figured out that issue. Fix an issue where at times some AI drivers in the race would use much higher skill levels than the rest of the field. Fix an issue preventing the AI from pitting within the final 3 laps of the race. Further tweak the AI's ability in wet races to more closely match the player's car ability in wet. Improve the efficiency and pit timing when needing to change tires due to weather conditions. Also, we'll go to general next. Fix an issue where the player position would at times change to the last player crosses the starting line during rolling starts. Fix the issue that would cause the game to crash when selecting edit tuning setup on the pit box screen. I had that happen to me once. Fix the issue that could cause the game to crash while watching a shaved replay. That also happened to me. Driver network profile. Fix an issue where entering free practice mode would count towards races entered. PS4 fixed the issue requiring the game to restart after installing an in-game DLC before the DLC would be available for use. A couple of things for PC Oculus Rift support. Updated the achievement I am the 5% to ensure that it can be achieved in non-pro modes as well. Let's see anything. I'm trying to see if I can point out some things that would be great for you guys to know. Performance optimization pass done on Brands Hatch layouts, Cadwell layouts, Oulton Park, Bathurst, Azure Circuit, and Zolder. These will help improve the overall smoothness when racing on these tracks with a large grid of cars. Track cutting tolerance reduced on all tracks where it is too forgiving. I do not believe track cutting. They need to lax that a little bit, because even if you cut the tiniest spot, I found that it's very unforgiving. I don't agree with that one at all. But yeah, that pretty much covers it. Everything that I think is important to the player. I would go check out the patch notes to see if any of your desires to see stuff fixed has been fixed. There's some stuff I'm a little skeptical on the AI start. I'll have to play it a little bit to see how it is, but that's them breaks. Thanks for watching, guys. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Go visit the patch notes in the forum, in the link in the description for forum.projectcarsgame.com, and let them know if they didn't fix an issue of yours, it's still a problem. That's the best way to get things done so we can have a better game before 2 comes out, which they've already announced. All right, thanks, guys. See you next time. Bye.